Hi everyone, welcome back for your daily dose of serotonin. This is part 1 of Lost in Orbit, the newest and improved Senku Ishigami X female listener, and it possibly could be a long one, so buckle up and enjoy. For the past 5 years, your goals have stayed the same. 1. Become an astronaut. 2. Change the world through science. And 3. Finally beat Senku Ishigami at the annual science convention. Simple enough, right? The annual NOVA Science Convention has been your pride and battlefield ever since high school. It's where dreams are launched, prototypes are born, and where year after year you've come in second place. Always second, always to him. Senku Ishigami. Green-haired, smug-smiled, stupidly brilliant Senku. No matter what you build, what you discover, what you prove, he always ends up just a few points ahead. But not this year. You've worked too hard, pushed too far, sacrificed too much. And this time, you're not just aiming for a medal, you're aiming to make history. The years go by and your goal becomes brighter and warmer as you can almost feel it against your fingertips. You can also feel something else, a presence, one that's sharp-edged and unshakable. Senku's brilliance lingers like static in your brain, humming behind every calculation, every sleepless night. It doesn't just challenge you, it consumes the room. Every late-night breakdown, every reworked prototype, all fueled by the image of his perfect scores and flawless designs. It was easier to call him your enemy, easier than facing the truth, that somewhere between rivalry and obsession, you started chasing his shadow, not just to outrun it, but to catch up. You rub your fingers between your eyebrows in slow, tender circles, the warm glow of the afternoon sun peeking through the science lab. It illuminates your slouched form on the large desk. Tools lay scattered around you, messily displaying the turmoil that began to form in your head. A migraine. You rub your fingers between your eyebrows in slow, tender circles, the warm glow of the afternoon sun peeking through the science lab. It illuminates your slouched form on the large desk. Tools lay scattered around you, messily displaying the turmoil that began to form in your head. A migraine. Hello, a voice draws over the sound of the creaking of the opening door. You groan back. Dude, you sound so dead. Another voice enters the room. Before you know it, both of your friends are towering over you, poking you non-stop while you try to hide your smile from them. You position your chin on your crossed arms, watching them as they turn to bring out chairs to sit with you. You guys won't believe who I saw today. Kaede covers her mouth with one hand, her chunky jewelry clinking as she sits beside you, floral perfume wafting gently through the air. The cute boy from her class, Amira huffs, sitting on the opposite end of the table, facing you both. The cute boy from her class! She squeals, unable to sit still as she twirls her hair and covers her mouth. He looked all serious today. I'm pretty sure all this expo stuff is stressing him out. You nudge your foot against hers, a playful smirk pulling at your lips. You could offer to relieve some of his stress. Amira pushes her glasses up, eyes peeking over the rims and her brows raised. Use protection. Oh my god, you guys are disgusting. Kaede's face contorts. I would never do anything like that. Don't act like you wouldn't want to, you leer, your lips pouting playfully. You've been drooling over his Instapics for the past 2 months. She straightens abruptly, nearly falling over her chair. I know you're not the one talking, Miss Ishigami. Your mouth drops, brain stalling as the words stick to your throat. The last thing you want is to be associated romantically with the guy who's been beating you every year. It's embarrassing to have them so adamant about your crush. It's even worse when you think about how your actions could be hinting at liking the guy. She grins with a click of her fingers. Gotcha. She's not wrong, Amira speaks up, her hands sliding against the table towards you to pass you over a bottle of water and a painkiller. I don't like him, you huff in disbelief, swiftly chugging down the water and pill before clearing your throat. He's my competitor. You wipe the droplets spilling from the corners of your mouth, trying to avoid every single funny glance Kaede throws your way. You clear your throat again. Well, what are you guys making for the convention anyway? Kaede erupts into a fit of excitedly shaking your arm. I'm glad you asked. I was planning on surprising you guys, but... In a flash, she's on her feet, a hand on her hip as she pulps her lips. Introducing, drumroll please. Rapidly, your hands bang against the table, your tools rattling as you do so. The Glow Genie! Kaede beams. It uses CRISPR-modified algae and bioluminescent proteins, so the plants actually glow when they need something like water or more sun. Each color signals a different stress response. She pauses, dramatically tapping the sides of her temple. They're basically talking to me. You blink. You made mood ring plants. Kaede gasps, exactly, and collapses back into her chair like she just solved world hunger. They're adorable and revolutionary. It's very you, Amaya says, with a rare, soft smile, nodding slowly. Flashy, smart, emotionally high maintenance. Kaede sticks her tongue out at her. You're just mad my plants are cuter than your tools? Okay, plant queen, you giggle. Kaede's still gushing about her glowing plant babies when you turn your attention to Amira. She's been casually unscrewing a thermos lid like this is a tea party, not a brainstorm. You raise a brow. And what about you? What's Miss Mysterious Engineering Queen bringing this year? She hums. Didn't plan on revealing it till the expo, but since Kaede opened the floodgates, she reaches under the table and pulls out her phone, turning it to reveal a picture of a small metal casing, sleek, compact, a little too intimidating to be innocent. Modular Exo-Arm version 3. You blink. That's your V3? Amira nods once, then plays a video of her twisting it open to reveal layers of mechanical components. Interchangeable tool systems, sync to muscle signals or remote AI input. It's optimized for field work, surgery, or heavy repairs. Just swap the attachments. Kaede whistles. Very you. You lean in, genuinely impressed. Goodness, you're like a walking tech lab. I try, Amira shrugs, screwing the lid shut like it's no big deal. Besides, someone's gotta balance out all your emotionally unstable plants and space lasers. Whoa, you guys didn't tell me your stuff was gonna be this good, you say, rubbing your temples. Now I actually have to explain mine instead of pretending it builds itself. Amira raises a brow. You've been holed up in here for 3 days straight. We figured it either caused the disease or cured one. Kaede leans in eagerly. Okay, spill it. What is it? You groan, but there's a twitch of a smile on your face as you sit up and gesture towards the mess of pots across the table. Alright, so it's called Stellar Track? Think of it like a deep space guardian angel. Go on, Kaede says, eyes sparkling. You reach for a small prototype, a disc-shaped model covered in tiny receivers and wires. It's a system that can detect and triangulate fast-moving objects in deep space like rogue asteroids, debris, even unknown planets, using a network of AI-assisted satellite relays. Amira lets out a low whistle. You're making space traffic cops? Exactly, you say, getting more animated now. This idea is to use a predictive algorithm to map and forecast object trajectories in real time. I coded the system to simulate how it would work using multiple data fields like magnetic fields, infrared, and radiation levels. It can even self-correct for orbital drift. Kaede blinks. So basically it's space radar on steroids? You nod. With extra steroids. Amira smirks. Sounds like something NASA would kill to license. That's the plan. You lean back, arms crossed proudly. This thing's practical, scalable. It could help astronauts avoid collisions or even assist in mapping out safer travel routes for long-range missions. Kaede squeals before shimmying with excitement. You're finally gonna beat him! You sigh softly. your fingers tracing the rigid outline of your model. You glance down at your work, precise, innovative, something you've poured every ounce of yourself into. It should be enough, and yet, tomorrow you leave for the 5-day-long expo. You should be excited, buzzing with Kaede about the activities, the exhibits, and the insane snack stalls they always have. But the only thing buzzing is the thought that keeps looping in the back of your brain like a broken transmission. What if it's not enough? Even as Amira drives, music blasting and Kaede butchering the lyrics to your favorite song, you can't bring yourself to join in. Your fingers twitch against your knee, your eyes keep drifting to the wrapped-up model in the back seat. What if it's not enough? By the time you check in at the convention center, your throat is dry. The crowd is electric, full of bright-eyed students, judges with tight smiles, and booths being set up with nervous energy. The ceiling stretches high, revealing a gloss. The evening sun brushes through, its saturated rays stinging your skin. It's difficult to think amid all the chatter and pitter-patter of footsteps. Okay, let's check into our rooms, Amira sighs, her eyes focused on the large board map. Then we can explore, Kaede grunts, dragging her feet while her suitcase basically drags her to the ground. You tug your bag higher on your shoulder and break away from them to catch your breath. You need to find somewhere quiet just for a second, just to clear your head. You turn the corner, straight into somebody else's shoulder. Your body jolts backward, heart lurching. Oh, sorry, I didn't... That scent. Fresh rain, crisp. The kind that leaves you in a daze and calm. The kind that makes you excited to sit by your window, watching the clouds turn gray and the trees dance in the wind. The silence before the thunder. There's only one person who ever smells like that. Green hair, lab coat, smirk. Senku Ishigami blinks down at you, one brow raised like you're the one who's lost. Careful, Space Cadet. Wouldn't want to break before the real competition starts, huh? You open your mouth, but no words come out. He seems different. His jawline is sharper, stronger. His shoulders are broader, maybe just a teeny bit more muscular. You can tell he's grown since high school, a little more than you'd like to admit. And, of course, he just had to be the first person you bump into. He tilts his head, hand muscles prominent as he adjusts the weights of the box in his arms. You okay? Your heart is racing, and you hope to the universe that he doesn't notice your shaking arms. Your stomach flips when he looks down, eyes lingering a bit too long on your fluttering arms. For a moment, though, you thought you saw his eyes soften with worry. Hey, you square your shoulders, forcing your mouth into a straight line, just recalibrating. He hums, his expression replaced with that small curl of his lips. The last thing you want is his sympathy. You brush past him, wanting nothing more than for this interaction to end faster. He looks back, and his tone is playful, challenging. Better calibrate fast then, I plan to win. Of course he did. You don't look back, but your pulse is already accelerating. Every nerve in your body is screaming for you to just pack everything up and go home. As much as you loved the chase, you weren't sure if you were ready for another loss. Not when you've poured your entire heart and soul into this project. And that is the end of part 1 of Lost in Orbit. I hope that you all enjoyed, and I hope that you are all eager and ready to hear more, because I am very eager and even more ready to give you all more. So enjoy your day and goodbye.